Thank you to HUEL for sponsoring this video. More on them in just a bit. Well, before filming, I was like, hey, we're going to watch Rent. It's a musical. And Andrew was like, oh, we're watching a musical? That's how little Andrew knows about Rent. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. Andrew, how are you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling tired, but I'm excited too. This is one of my favorite parts about being on the channel. There's so many movies that I have not heard a thing about, but I get to experience it here in real time. When I find out, I'm like, what's this movie?
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't even know it was a musical. So I just know the year it was made because that's what I know, release dates.
Well, it's Pride Month right now, and a lot of our Royal Rejects, this was a recommended one. I was like, we hear ya. We hear you, gay community. Let's watch a gay musical. I forget why it's all gay.
Well, the last musical we did, too, was Chicago, I believe, and I was upset. That's like now a top 10 favorite movie of mine.
It's an amazing movie. Let's see if Rent even knocks on the door of that film. Yes. And yeah, and after going to New York, I've seen a couple musicals in New York, and so I'm excited. I'm really I'm digging musicals lately. So let's hop into this film, guys. Before that, though, like I mentioned them earlier, the Royal Rejects. Thank you, Royal Rejects, for saving our cojones so much throughout the year. Currently, at the moment of filming this, we have 2 copyright strikes and an incredible amount of copyright claims. So you guys have been saving us in a clutch. We never know what video will or will not be monetized, and especially when it comes to musicals. So thank you. And over there, you get the full-length reaction watch-along where you get to sync up with your own copy. We have rented this off of Prime Video. You can too. If you already own the Blu-ray, you can sync up with us there because it's Musical Monday, baby. Also, Righteous Rejects. Those are the ones who buy the Real Rejects apparel. You guys are rock'em sock'em robots. We got so many awesome tees over there, and anyone you buy is an amazing way to support the channel. And by the way, Royal Rejects got a 15% discount. Andrew,
Greg,
Agor 711. You ready to hop into this?
I'm ready. Let's watch Rent.
3, 2, 1, and let's have some fun.
1492 Pictures. Okay, so I can tell you who's directing the movie most likely then.
Oh.
Chris Columbus, probably.
Really? It might just be his company.
Oh.
Oh my God! Genius!
It's usually when I see a 1492 production, it's usually him more producing.
Wow, it's a Chris Columbus movie, huh? I had no idea. They're starting off with this song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't know this song? Oh, I'm so excited for you.
Yeah, already a good cast.
I thought it was going to come in. Didn't come in yet. Oh, the build up to the lyrics.
Yeah. Oh, Jesse Martin?
From Law and Order and The Flash?
Yeah.
That was right there.
Oh, is that him?
500,600 It's Idina Menzel!
And she was married to Ty Diggs.
Oh, Menzel, dear. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year in daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches? 525,600 minutes. Oh, how you measure a year in the life? How about love? How about love? I didn't know she could sing, Rosario Dawson.
She's so talented. I'm not shocked.
Love is ends of love. I don't even know how this contextually relates to the movie. 525,000. Damn, I'm never going to forget this fact. 600 minutes.
Jesus, what a voice.
In truth that she learned, for in times that he cried.
Oh, there's been The Flash. He's did a musical in The Flash.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I totally forgot about that.
Love. De Niro.
What?
Oh, Tribeca Films. In love.
What an opening.
Interesting to see the start of it that's honoring Broadway at the top when you're doing a film adaptation. Radio City Music. Oh my God, I love New York so much.
From here on in, I
Okay.
shoot without a script. See if anything comes of it instead of my old shit.
No, get out of here. Hey.
You bum.
Whoa. Cool
Whoa.
transition.
Opening Dutch angle.
Ooh. The way they transitioned and switched up the frame there, that was so cool.
How do you document real life when real life's getting more like fiction each day?
Ain't that a bar?
Deadline, eviction, or pay. Rent!
Rent. That's a bit of a rock musical.
We're hungry and frozen. Life that we've chosen. How we gonna pay?
How we gonna pay?
Have you heard this one too?
No.
Or no? Okay.
Just find the rhythm.
How we gonna pay last year's rent?
Last year's rent.
Oh, life is so expensive.
Hey!
Always, I love seeing whenever you can, like how they're actually making it a film.
Oh,
What the hell?
Oh,
What the hell?
Get that son of a bitch!
damn.
Why? Oh, dude.
Oh no. Oh.
That sucks.
You light up a mean blaze with posters and screenplays. How we gonna
Oh, no.
How we gonna
Oh, you're burning your art, your creativity.
I know, but when you're cold, do anything to survive. Oh.
Wow, this is dark. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
How do you stay on your feet when on every street it's trick or treat, and tonight it's trick?
Damn, he's really f***ing bleeding.
Where is he? Getting dizzy.
How we gonna pay? How we gonna pay?
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, I just got goosebumps.
Yeah.
How do you leave the past behind when it keeps finding ways to get to your heart?
Oh, this is so relatable.
Till you're torn apart. Rent! How can you connect in an age where
That's how you get rid of the past.
together when the raging shifting winds of change keep ripping away?
This guy looks like he doesn't struggle to make rent.
We're not gonna pay
Wow, what a production.
last year's rent.
I'm assuming that might be the landlord? I don't know.
Oh man, this is so fun.
How do they do that where they're controlling all the pyrotechnics like that? It's impressive. That was incredible. And it's very resonating. Especially as an adult.
So this movie's about poor people who can't make their rent. Well, you take out a loan.
Get your ass off the Range Rover.
He definitely doesn't have a hard time making rent.
Yeah, Benny, that attitude toward the homeless is exactly what Maureen is protesting.
Maureen is protesting losing her performance space. Not my attitude. Come down, I want to talk to you.
I don't know what the end of the 80s, beginning of 90s is really like. Damn, Rosario Dawson has just aged so gracefully. She looks the exact same.
Yeah, this is 20 years ago, too. It's incredible.
So is Tay Diggs.
Close up. Benjamin Coffin III, our ex-roommate who married Allison Gray of the Westport Grays.
He married into wealth.
Benny hopes to evict all of the homeless from Tent City and build a cyber studio.
Roger.
Really?
Looking good for a guy who's coming off of a year of withdrawal.
Year of withdrawal, dude.
And sent me down here to collect the rent.
What rent?
This past year's rent, which I let slide.
Let's slide. You said we were gold.
Yearly rent? Is that how they worked back then?
How was the drama queen?
I thought it was...
She's getting ready for
yeah,
performance.
No. Still dating her?
I was dumped.
She got a new man?
Well, no.
What's his name?
Joanne.
Lost to a woman.
You expect sympathy from the guy who shut off our power on Christmas Eve.
Got your attention, didn't it?
I expected them both to be gay, honestly.
next door, the home of cyber arts, you see. And now that the block is rezoned, our dream can become a reality.
Our dream? I don't think it's an hour dream.
And on paper guarantee that you can stay here for free if you do me one small favor.
I don't know if it's small.
You need somewhere to do it. It's what we used to dream about. Think twice before you poo-poo it.
I feel like I'm going to be standing on Maureen's side.
Just stop the protest and you'll have it made.
Aw, man. Yeah. Just kick out the homeless so we can have people with money come in here.
Yeah.
And we can make this look prosperous. But New York has really got a homeless problem too, man.
Why does this actor look so familiar?
Yeah, they're not even like looking for their friend.
Oh, Jesse Martin, yeah.
He clearly said hi to them, and they're not even looking for him.
Yeah, and he threw down the keys too. Like, what happened? Well, they did say what happened, and that was it.
Oh my God, you okay, honey?
The lighting of this reminds me of the first Ninja Turtles movie.
I could see that.
No, fine.
It's before they came out of the shadows.
Yeah, I barely remember that film. I'd love to react to it.
Friends call me Collins. Tom Collins.
Like the drink.
Come on. Let's get you cleaned up.
Oh, love compassionate individuals.
Sort of have to hurry. I have a life support meeting to go to.
Life support?
Yeah, it's for people with
AIDS. It's an AIDS thingy.
Oh, no.
people like me.
Oh.
I was so happy to guess that right, followed by, I shouldn't be happy I guessed that right.
I thought maybe we could all grab some dinner.
Zoom in on my empty wallet.
Touche. Take your AZT.
Oh, whoa. Oh, so they all do? I do know this was a big problem in the 80s.
Writing one great song before I...
Kick the bucket.
I predict I'm going to have some tears flowing by the end of the film.
I hope so. It's kind of interesting that opening, the song that I know, the famous one, like count down in a year, count down to the end of your days, celebrate it with love in the meantime.
Man, they're really capturing the feel of the city, though. All these shots.
It's beautiful.
It really feels like a character in itself, too, the city itself.
One song, he had the world at his feet. Glory in the eyes of a young girl.
I wonder if back in the Broadway show, if you could do like you were not able to use a flashback like this.
That's I wonder what they did do for that. It's a good
Could
point.
actually use cinematic language here.
Glory.
Oh man, this would be cool to see a live Broadway show of this. Blaze of glory, baby. Wow, how much he's changed since that flashback.
Find one song,
Whoa.
a song about love, glory from the soul of a young.
I didn't realize they'd be dealing with such mature subject matter here.
Find the one song before the virus takes hold.
That's how it spreads.
You
yeah.
weren't wrong when you said this was going to deal with some dark matters.
Empty life.
It's kind of interested in knowing how the Broadway one goes, because if they don't show the flashbacks, you just kind of get swept up in the music. But when you see the cinematic language of the flashbacks, it really brings the fucking mood down.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like a double whammy of impact.
What you forget?
Got a light.
I know you're shivering.
It's nothing that turns off my heat.
I love that you're trying to guess lyrics.
Would you light my candle?
Just let a strange, crazy woman into your room.
Your smile reminded me.
I always remind people of
She died. Her
Aw.
name was April.
O'Neill.
Sorry about your friends. Would you light my candle?
Do they all have HIV?
It's dripping. I like it between my
fingers.
Hey.
Good night.
Oh, she's one excuse to see you.
It was pure. Is it on the floor?
The floor.
Oh,
Say that I
the-
have the best
oh.
ass.
Oh.
What?
You're staring again.
Oh no.
Kind of sticking it out.
You do have a nice. I mean, you look familiar.
Like,
You look familiar.
oh, won't you light the candle?
Damn, it's
Candles
really burning in here.
Symbolic. You're a junkie, man. You're a junkie.
Then I like to feel
Yeah, you could tell she's scavenging for it.
Oh, so maybe in his dying year, he can be helping her, though. Get clean.
It's kind of like a little bit of a redemption for him. That's his glory.
That was my last match.
our eyes will adjust.
Wow, she's really making maneuvers.
Do you want to dance? They call me.
Oh, she found it. You go through that much effort.
Or hear me out. It's your last year. Might as well get back into drugs. You're single. What do you have to live for? Come on, man. No need to be an inspiration.
I like the redemption arc, though.
Yeah. That's not what I would do.
Hi. You there? Are you screening your call? It's Mom. Hi, I just wanted to call and say we love you. We'll miss you today.
These guys totally feel like theater people.
Listen, Mark, I'm sorry to hear that Maureen dumped you. I say, c'est la vie. Let her be a lesbian.
Oh, that's right. Maureen's that girl.
There are times when we're dirt broke, and I ask myself, why the hell am I still living here? And then they call, and I remember.
Some people move to LA and New York just to get away from family, not even pursue career.
Merry Christmas, bitches!
Hey, Colin!
Oh.
Keys. Yeah, 14 hours
For some reason,
later,
I thought
what
the
happened
keys
to
got.
you?
It's 14 hours later. Jeez.
Expelled me from my theory of actual reality. So I came back home. Merry Christmas.
Cheers. Welcome home.
The songs and music are so different compared to the way the film is shot.
Yeah, but I like that contrast.
Yeah, it's like a realism and sadness to the way it's shot.
Angel, do not. Shuna.
Oh, Angel. Oh, Angel.
Day for you, tomorrow for me. And you should hear her beat.
You earned this on the street?
It was my lucky day today.
I told you she was getting rent when she was playing the drums earlier.
High-strung breath. I'm certain that Kerr will bark itself to death. Today for
Whoa.
you, tomorrow for me.
I've always wanted to do that.
Damn, there's that
This is
drum
choreographed
scales.
so well. Each song.
Back on the street where I met my sweet.
Yeah, it's cool how she's able to use the environment to play drums on anything.
The nurse took him home.
It's like finding life in an environment where normally you feel like it's dumpy.
Whoa, nice.
Wow, you have to be so calculated when you're doing it for a film because this looks shot on film, so you have to be way choreographed with everything.
I hired Joanne as my production manager, and I don't think she knows what the hell she's doing.
No.
Please, baby, just come over
No.
to the performance space.
Hey, Maureen. Hi. Yeah, sure. I'll be there.
She's just emotionally manipulating him to get the job done.
Can you believe her? I mean, first she just dumps me.
Can you believe you?
Maureen dumped you?
Yes, she dumped me for a lawyer named Joanne.
She's called you baby.
And now she wants me to come help her fix her sound equipment.
Well, Mark, you could have said no.
I know, but...
But you love her.
That's so
You still love her.
people
right.
You do.
venting to friends and then not standing up for yourself when you're in the position to. I hate when that happens.
People do that, man.
I know, I'm one of them.
Well, it's Christmas. Don't stay in the house all day.
I feel like every role I've seen him in, he's wearing a suit. Really weird to see him just playing a guy.
Oh, Jesse Martin?
Yeah.
yeah. Law and Order and The Flash. He's always wearing a suit. You think Marine is Idina Menzel?
Probably. That would make a lot of sense.
Or I forgot the way I was going to say the way John Travolta messed it up at the Oscars, but I forgot.
Maureen called me to try to come help fix the equipment.
You're Mark?
Is this Joanne? Yes. My favorite voice at the beginning.
That's awkward.
This is going to be fun to build up to that opening scene, though.
I told her not to call you.
Can I help anyway?
I've hired an engineer.
Great. Well, nice to have met you.
All right, help.
He's 3 hours late.
So you do need the help.
This is weird. It's weird. Very weird.
fucking weird.
She's so out of her element right now.
And to top it all off, I'm with you.
The things we do for love.
Don't take out your anger out on him.
The tango maureen. It's a dark, dizzy merry-go-round.
She drives everyone crazy.
I think I know what you mean.
Oh.
The tango maureen.
Now you two got to get together.
I see that happening.
Have you ever doubted a kiss or two?
But it's fun to see them bonding over a romance.
They're bonding over how they don't trust Maureen. Now they're going to tango.
Yeah.
Or they're going to have a martial arts fight.
It's the Matrix.
With the French ambassador's daughter in her dorm room at Miss Porter's. And you?
With Nanette Himmelfarb, the rabbi's daughter at the Scarsdale Jewish Community Center.
Oh!
That was
It's hard
good.
to do this backwards.
You should try
Damn.
it in heels.
Oh.
Ouch. Oh, now he's a
That
suit.
was such a cool transition.
There she is.
Yep.
The goddamn devil in red.
The...
She cheated. She cheated.
Fucking
Maureen
great right now.
Fucking cheated.
Fucking cheated.
Her grip of romance makes you fall.
Oh, that's a great shot. The three of them together.
The tango maureen.
Oh, it's so good. Oh my God, I love it. Ooh, I just got nipple chills.
'Cause in the end you can't leave her.
Oh, she crotch swiped.
Why do we love when she's mean?
And she can
These guys have unhealthy relationships with their parents. Oh my God, no.
The tango maureen.
That was a smart choice to put her in red for that symbolization.
It seems like they got actual theater performers to do this versus
Are you okay?
hiring film actors to fill in the shoes.
Actually-
Even though I've seen her in many
I feel
films.
great now.
Yeah, he feels great because he knows she's in the same shitty position
Yeah.
he was in.
And we're patched.
Thanks, Maureen.
Hi, honey. We're
Maureen?
She did it.
You never called me Pookie. Forget it. We're patched.
Pookie. Granted.
Shut up.
No. He was right.
I'm Angel.
Tom. Collins.
I'm Paul.
Sorry. Excuse me.
What a long gaze on him.
I'm here with,
Finish the sentence, man.
does anyone have a problem if I film a little of this for a documentary?
Make yourself comfortable, Mark.
Reason says I should have died 3 years ago.
Motion versus logic.
Or life is yours to miss, no other road.
This is so touching.
No day but today.
Oh, so short-lived.
Well, it's gotta be close to midnight.
Wow.
This is the best scene in the whole movie.
Talking to me.
I don't disagree at all with that.
It says I wanna commit a crime.
We gotta go watch this live.
This is a really cool club, though. I love the lighting.
And flirt with a stranger.
That's my favorite part, the lighting.
Yeah, that's my favorite part, too.
I always get in for free.
Woo.
You
I
can
love the
get
energy
in
she's
too
bringing
if
this
you
role.
get in with me.
Yeah, it's like free-spirited, but you can feel a lot of pain underneath, too.
Take me out tonight.
Okay, whatever you want.
Meow.
Wow.
Oh,
I could see why all the defenders obsess over her.
good point.
Tonight. I have to go.
Tonight.
In the evening, I've got to roam. Can't sleep in
Right,
the city
electricity's back on.
You know, this is a reasonably big apartment for a New York apartment.
I've actually never been inside a New York City apartment.
I like that you can see the cold breath.
Tonight,
Yeah, she's a scene stealer for all the right reasons.
just take me out tonight.
Oh, God.
Tonight, I'll let you make me.
God, I had no idea she could sing like this all these years. Whoa. Oh, no. You got to fess up about what you got, man.
The door is that way. You better go. You know the fire's out anyway.
Wow, he's
Take your
fully
powder.
rejecting her. Don't you know that's just going to make her more attracted to you?
Seriously. You act like you don't want them or don't care.
Goodbye, good night.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get attached to someone when he doesn't have that much long.
Another place our temperature would climb. There'd be a long embrace. We'd do another dance.
Dude, the temperament and contrast in the tone in the song, both versions of the song.
There is no future.
Tell her you got HIV, man. But I know back then it's like so flick. You don't want to tell people shit like that.
Totally. In
It's
late
very-
80s, yeah.
Very much like you judged heavily.
Oh, life is yours to miss.
Excuse me if I'm off track, but if you're so wise, then tell me, why do you need smack?
Yeah, I was literally thinking like it's kind of hard to take advice from someone who's a total junkie because the advice she's giving is not wrong, but I do pay attention to who is dishing the advice.
I can't control your temper.
I like when they bring in the backup singers. No, man, no, they're right there. They're not even backup singers. Shit, I didn't even see them.
Trust my soul. Who says my name?
Everyone's giving the same advice. Listen, not just a junkie anymore.
Wow.
Guitar, little girl, hair path. The door is that way.
Nah, man, you've been living cooped up. You gotta go experience Christmas.
Also, it's your last chance to experience life and love.
No day but today. Another dance, another way, another chance.
All you have right now is the moment. That's what they're all saying. Junkie or no junkie, it's all good advice. I'm kind of worried their pain is making them attracted to each other. Do they know each other? Doesn't matter.
Look, about last night, I don't want to talk about it.
Let's sing.
When you were like singing outside, I want to sing about that.
I'd hate to see you pass up something that could be good for you. You'll only regret it.
Yeah, man, at least have the connection. At least have the friendship.
I'll live. Damn, that line hits deep.
So I guess he's the main character. I'm trying to pinpoint it this whole time.
I thought Marine was.
Everything's the rest. Comes back to Marine in the end.
Will I
I think he's the one that's married to a Marine in real life now.
someone?
Yep, he is.
Will I wake tomorrow from?
Damn, I had no idea he could sing too. He's one of my favorite characters in the Mighty Ducks series, Dean Portman.
God, I cannot imagine what this time must have been like for people who had this. I mean, it sucks hard today, but fuck, back then.
Of course.
Oh.
I was just wondering.
Oh, my man,
Yeah,
go it.
I was wondering when he was going to come to a meeting.
Midpoint of the movie. He's making the connections, but I just feel like things are going to get a little bit worse right now.
Let's go. You gotta go. Gotta go.
Almost. Yeah.
Get up. You're making the streets look bad.
I don't need no goddamn help from some bleeding heart cameraman.
He was just trying
to use me to kill his guilt. It's not that kind of movie, honey.
Hey.
Hey, artist, you got $1?
He can't actually physically help her. He can't give the dollar, but man, what a conversation. Trying to help and feeling like being exploited. It's a big part of why I love New York, the subway system.
Center of the universe.
That's your favorite way to get around town, subway?
I think in LA and a lot of other places, when you do like public transport, it's looked at like you're poor. Here, you work together, you cooperate. It feels very human and connective. A subway song.
Well, I'm thwarted by a metaphysic puzzle.
He is so loose in this movie.
I'm shouting in my sleep, I need a muzzle.
Damn the baritone.
Nice. We'll open up a restaurant in Santa Fe.
Want to know what they're writing in real life? It's always fun to see a cut back and forth between Mark's camera and the regular.
Reject Nation. I've been following a specific macro plan all year. Well, at the end of January. At the end of January, I weighed 218 pounds. Here's a photo. And as of this week, I'm down to 173, and here's a good lighting photo. It's coming in. I'm so close. I got to do a photo shoot. Anyway, part of hitting my goals means being extra intentional about what I put into my body. And one of those things that's helped me stay on track is this little bad boy right here. This is HUEL's Black Edition Ready to Drink. Cheers. It's a full meal in a bottle. I just love chocolate. This is such a good chocolate drink. It's packed with 35 grams of protein, 27 essential vitamins and minerals, slow release carbs, and very important for me, it's low in sugar. Diabetes and heart disease runs in my family, so I have to be extra careful when it comes to stuff like that. And this drink keeps me fueled, not just full. And yeah, my schedule's kind of all over the place. I'm working, filming, working out. So I need something that's quick, convenient, reliable, that won't sabotage my progress. And the taste, legit, it is smooth. I just want to keep drinking it and not talk to you right now. And it doesn't have that chalky thing that a lot of those shakes have. You know what I'm talking about. And they got a variety of different flavors. Chocolate is still my favorite one. And it's great that HUEL shipped around 500 million meals around the world. So if you're trying to stay dialed in like myself or just save time while eating, a great way to support your body and a great way to support the channel too, you can go to HUEL.com/rejects and use code REJECTS to get 15% off your first order. Minimum $75. HUEL.com/rejects and use code REJECTS to get 15% off. Fuel your body right, even when life's busy. You will not regret it. Thank you, HUEL, for being a part of my fitness journey.
You teach.
Yeah, I teach. Computer age philosophy.
Do you really?
But didn't they say he came from MIT or something?
Yeah. He's teaching reality or something. He just doesn't strike me as that kind of guy.
Brave our brains will pack up all our junk and fly so far.
Oh, the hopefulness.
She's like, oh, hi, Jesse Martin. Whoa. Oh, that does not look easy.
Whoa. He could do shit.
Yeah. That was really impressive. I mean, he wasn't on a wire or anything.
Tumbleweeds. Prairie dogs.
Yeah. That'd be nice, huh? I love how Angel's just a part of the gang now.
Oh, guys, I'm late for Maureen's sound check. I gotta go. Here, you can help me.
Bye.
See you later.
Angel earned it with her compassion when we saw her come save Jesse Martin there when he was injured.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Invitation to be the lover.
Baggage to lay at your feet. Sweet kisses I've got to spare.
I like how Angel was a little bit nervous to do that first, and then firmly grasped. Was so sure. It was so beautiful.
If they could find love in their last years,
Now I know you can
and rent it.
A new lease, you are my love.
A new lease, you are my love. Kiss already. Come on.
Aww. I like how they took time to build that up too. And rush into it.
Those are not the towers. That was way off. Those the towers?
Yeah. Well, because this is 1989, right?
Yeah.
Can I talk to you for a second? Lover boy, steal my client. You die.
Not a client thing.
Look around. Got plenty of customers. A bunch of us are getting together tonight at the Life Cafe after Maureen's show.
You were close.
Please come.
Would you like to come with me?
Thought he was going to ask her out to the Cat Scratch Club.
The guy with the glasses.
Oh, is that the theater? Oh, okay. Yeah. With Maureen. That's what they said. Okay.
So the drug sales were happening right next door to where Maureen's show is? What a hell of a way to make an entrance.
That's how Maureen's going to be in?
But she might be exploiting is what I'm wondering. Is the protest sincere? Because she's obviously kind of like manipulative.
Just a bit.
Oh, God. God, there's like no instruments.
Yeah. She's got such presence to her with her voice.
Oh, he's enjoying her.
Whoa, look at the screens behind.
have learned was Benny.
Oh, Benny.
And although he once had principles, he abandoned them to live as a lapdog to a wealthy daughter of the revolution.
Wow, she is calling him out in front
Sounds
of
like
her.
a smart man to me. Got himself a sugar mama.
She's had trouble with that milk and the moon ever since.
She's her own acapella with the TVs. That's cool.
And I lowered myself beneath her swollen udder, and I sucked
Wow.
the sweetest milk I had ever tasted.
Whoa. Oh, God.
Climb on board.
Wow. No fucks given, dude.
We sprang into a gallop, leaping.
It's a leap of faith.
Yeah.
I like the set design a lot.
Moo with me.
Moo. Moo.
Who is that? Come on, moo with me. Yes. Come on, sir.
It sounds like boo, though. Moo. Moo.
Definitely knows how to fire up a crowd.
What are they doing? They're not doing anything wrong.
Everyone, please.
Oh, fucking cops. Uh-oh. This is no longer a peaceful protest, but the way the TV's glitching would seem like she maybe anticipated it wouldn't be.
Oh, no, Angel.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Is everybody okay? Yes.
Joanne?
Yes.
Hey, Colin.
Joanne, nice to meet you.
Damn, this is a
Really
real snowy
snowy.
night they filmed on? Damn.
They're gonna see the whole
Way to go, Mark. Oh.
How can I repay you?
That's fucking
Let the boy buy us dinner.
She comes right between them.
No, not tonight. Please leave.
What are you talking about? Why?
Because you sit here all night and you never order anything.
That's a lie. Just last week I had a tea.
You couldn't pay.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like me. I used to go to Black Angus. I would get just bread.
Come on. All right, that's fine. Just please don't move the tables. Hey, Rosie, let's put these tables together.
Perfect timing.
I feel like this group is a bit narcissistic.
The script?
This group?
Oh, the script.
The enemy of Avenue A.
Hey, man, you got a whole lot of nerve showing your face here after what just happened.
Good thing New York is so small for you to bump into people like this.
You put the cops on standby.
Yes, but I never wanted it to get out of control.
Why did Muffy
Allison,
miss the show?
there was a death in the family.
We haven't met Allison yet, right?
No, we have none.
Our Akita.
Evita.
What? What's going on? Context, please.
We raise our glass. You bet your
I have a new favorite shot in the movie.
I'm kind of confused on the context of what the hell's happening right now, but okay. Are you kind of confused?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like I missed. I don't understand something. Wow, they've got the whole thing going. Oh my God, it is getting frisky out bad hair.
Mister, she's my sister.
Yeah.
Do anything taboo.
They really are going against the grain. Oh, they are just going at it.
We're close.
Oh, the suit doesn't want to admit he's turned on.
Tomorrow.
I will not have this. This is an abomination. As well.
Oh.
Then we can hook up then.
I was not expecting that.
Oh, now they can be in love.
Because like you pointed out earlier, I really thought we were going with a redemption arc with him in terms of like...
Helping her get clean?
Yeah.
I should tell I blew the candle out.
Just to get his attention.
I should tell you.
I should tell you.
Tell you what.
I should.
Just say it. God damn it.
They're going to say it at the same time.
Who knows?
Come on.
Who knows where?
I get it. This is a very difficult thing to say, though.
Starting to learn.
This is a great symbolic pan-in shot as they are getting closer to with what they're about to reveal to each other.
He really lucked out. He got the hottest girl with HIV. He did it. He went for the kiss. You can have relations now. My favorite part about this is that they didn't want any of them in here, and then they became the most raucous riot. It's caused such a massive interference on the night, dancing on the tables and everything. Wherever they go, they're going to cause a scene.
As you said.
This is the time.
I can't say this enough. I love the choreographing, the way they are able to choreograph these scenes. So impressive.
What does La Vie Boheme mean?
I'm sure we will get a lot of comments, but we can look it up after.
Let's hope so. The song's back.
Is this the song from the beginning?
Yeah.
So many songs, it's hard to remember every single one. Yeah, okay, never mind. Now I remember that one.
525,000 moments OD.
Oh, the documentary is coming alive.
In diapers, report cards,
Oh, different lines.
In
tickets,
in contracts, dollars, in funerals.
I guess she's not so bad after all. These guys love to party, man.
Again, I love how they're capturing this vibrancy and this energy about New York.
Mimi, give me your New Year's resolutions.
I'm giving up my vices. I'm going back to school.
Oh, that's
For
very
real?
good. How about you, Roger?
Finish a song.
All right, did talk about that. The Glory song.
Ooh la la. Well, you can take the girl out of Hicksville, but you can't take the Hicksville out of the girl.
Heard you got a job offer.
No, it's just that sleazy news show Buzzline wants to take a meeting.
It's a job offer.
Listen, mister, I am the reason you got on TV in the first place.
I really feel like you're over her.
You know what? We'll do another protest, and this time you can shoot the entire thing for the TV show.
No, I'm not interested. I'm sorry.
I feel like that's a part of his arc is standing up for himself against her.
Out of all the years I've been in New York, I've never gone to Times Square for
Really?
I don't think I want to again. No. I think that was enough.
Does this feel like an actual section in New York or like a closed off set?
This feels like a section to me, but very well could be a set, actually.
But if it is a set, then that means they really did a good job convincing you, because you know New York really well.
I saw this on television. Watch.
Oh, no.
Be careful now.
Will it go through, though?
Watch your fingers.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, wow.
He took all our stuff.
Mine too. What a freaking sweetheart.
I guess that was the last straw when they sang in the cafe.
You can't be arrested and Benny can't just throw you out on the street. I'll give you and Roger time to get some money together.
Maybe if you guys worked more and partied less, you'd be able to pay your rent.
Maybe you should wait out here.
But I'm the
You don't want to come on too strong.
Hey, we are in my domain right now. We do as I say.
Maybe you should have had that conversation with her before you walked up here.
How much did I love your footage?
Sarah Silverman.
I wanted to let you know that I've also been working on a documentary about the homeless.
She flirted.
Great.
Oh.
That's tough.
But we are a news show, and your client has a fresh eye to bring
looking.
real stories to an audience, and that's what we want.
Flirts her way to the top.
That's what it looks
So what do you think?
like. Unless she's helping her fill out a report.
What about salary? Start at $3,000?
Woo! Back then, even today.
You're not going to get a better deal than that.
We'll take it.
You need to have a job. You can have a job and then work on the other things you need to do.
Does everything have to be about you?
You're the one helping my ex-boyfriend.
I figured I could help out since you got them evicted.
She is at times very selfish.
What do you want, huh? I'll do anything.
You can see he's so relieved he's not in that situation anymore. That's such a subtle but very smart acting choice.
Tell me what you want.
Commitment.
Do they not already have commitment?
Will you commit to me to be with only me for the rest of our lives?
Oh?
I don't know. I wouldn't trust her. Honestly, I just really wouldn't.
Why? Has she done something so far?
She just seems so disrespectful.
Kind of emotionally manipulative. Too.
Yeah.
But she's really hot, Greg.
Yeah, I guess.
You get a pass on all of those things. Dude, Mark, this is a win for you. Trust me, my dude.
Man.
Congratulate my daughter, Joanne, on her wonderful choice of a life partner, Maureen Johnson.
Oh, they're accepting
My husband and I would also like to welcome Maureen's parents, Eddie and Nancy Johnson, into our family.
This is like the longest we've been without a musical number.
Yeah.
Would everyone please stand?
And now we're probably going to go.
Anything stronger than this? Only champagne and wine, unfortunately.
Oh my gosh, you gotta flirt with her.
I was just thinking that.
Hi.
No. At your engagement? That is wild. She's naturally, an extrovert, and she's very outgoing, Greg.
She's touchy-feely.
You were flirting with a woman in rubber.
There will always be women in rubber flirting with me. Give me a break.
You're doing this here.
This is the kind of dramatic engagement party I want to go to.
Everybody stares at me, boys.
God
girls,
damn.
I can't help it, baby.
One of the rooms like, there's a lot of tension here. Keep it going.
Just remember that I'm your baby.
It's just harmless flirting.
Take me for what I am.
God damn.
Like, we raised her.
I look before I leave. I love margins and discipline.
They're just so opposite.
Opposites do attract, but
If you're constantly feeling like you can't trust someone,
I
it's
would
gonna
have
be hard.
such a hard time being with someone I could not trust in this way.
Take me for what I am.
Control freak.
It's not a control freak. She's asking for respect, man.
Take me for what I am.
Unless you guys have that agreement.
Or leave me. Yes, I'm leaving.
Wow.
All right. Great engagement party, guys.
The most fun breakup song I've ever heard.
Hey, guys, all our shit's back.
Oh my God, he did it. He returned everything.
I'm here to put an end to this war.
What changed your mind?
Mimi did, actually. We hadn't seen each other in a while, so we had dinner and we talked.
They know each other.
A new lease, all right, rent-free, courtesy of Cyber. You might want to get this on film.
Oh my God, they don't need to make any money now.
We don't need your charity.
I've got rent.
Cover us for a little while.
Congratulations.
I feel like Betty's been trying to be as fair as possible, honestly. I'm not completely like, I know this movie's trying to pay Betty like the worst guy in the world, but I'm like, I don't feel like he's that bad of a guy.
Benny and me, it's over. We had a thing once, but it was 2 years ago.
It doesn't matter.
It's before I met you.
I don't care.
Damn, why are you pulling away then, man?
Maybe because she didn't tell him in the first place. Would you be mad if she never said anything about Benny in the first place?
Yes, I would be. I'd be pissed.
Well, their whole
Dark sense of
relationship
humor.
is built. Well, I mean, their whole relationship is built on trust, right?
Every relationship should be built on trust, yeah.
What?
Oh no, she's relapsing. No.
I'm just saying, it took a trustful moment to start their relationship.
Yeah.
Eagles fly.
Don't just turn away, man.
No.
Ah, come on, dude.
She needs you, bud. Come on. Oh. Wow, look at that little detail of her twitching with her leg.
People are dying.
Oh,
that's
no.
Withdrawals.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Oh, withdrawals are real.
Where are you, man? You should be with her. Comfort her. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay.
Is that Angel? Oh, no.
Oh, Angel's such a good spirit. That's my favorite romance.
There was this skinhead that was harassing her. She just walked right up to him and said, I'm more of a man than you'll ever be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of a woman than you'll ever get.
Oh, what a line. That's cool. There's a song they sang to each other when they confessed each other. Love.
Cover you, yeah.
Sometimes a death makes you reconsider a lot of choices.
Yeah.
Heart has expired.
Gorgeous.
525,000 seas.
It's a mixture of them all. Not bad. It's a great behind that said George W.
It's true
with this yuppie scum. You said you'd never
They're
speak
together.
to him.
The hell did this come from?
I thought he was married.
Yeah.
Who said I was talking to you?
Guys,
This
this
is
is
the
not the
perfect
fucking
time and
place,
place.
guys. This is not the place or time. You're being fucking selfish as hell right now.
You all said you'd be cool today.
Yeah, for real.
So please, for my sake.
I'm with him on that. No, don't go separate ways.
You know,
We're family.
I was defending that asshole, and now I really don't like that asshole.
Benny?
Yeah.
Drive the other way.
Man, they all have completely separate lives now.
Trip of hurt.
Yeah. Sad. You already missed that camaraderie between them. It's a real family dynamic.
Leave your conscience at the tone.
You can tell from him. He doesn't feel like he's living.
Just
Misses her.
tighten those shoulders.
Oh, he's making a documentary about his buddies.
Wonder if he's gonna send it to them, and that's gonna maybe, I don't know.
And when you're living in
America. Completely different sides here. The dark side of New York and the brightness of New Mexico.
not an ocean, I escape and ape.
I feel like a lot of this movie is a lot about how we get distracted by so many things that are financial shit when we lose sight of what we really want as human beings. Where are you off to now, man? Now you're gonna finally finish that song?
I need to finish my own film. I quit.
Yeah.
My God, he's back.
Oh, God. That was a great reveal, though, him coming out there.
When you're dying in America, you're not alone.
I feel like you two should fall in love.
I'm not alone.
I almost felt like a music video on that shot.
I do feel like there's some stuff that's been cut out of this movie.
Some deleted scenes that
feels like they're they
not
have to
filling-
condense a lot for runtime. In the last like half hour of this movie.
We'll read
She dropped out of
stuff.
rehab, and I'm afraid that she may have started using again.
Oh no, did she OD?
Still no sign of Mimi.
Oh.
Joanne and I
Oh,
printed
she's
up some
gone.
flyers.
Hey guys, Miss Collins, just checking in.
Call back if we hear anything.
Oh, search for Mimi's can unite them maybe. The 80s into the 90s.
Hey, look who's home.
Oh, Jesse Martin.
Hey, they're right back
Yeah,
to where
it's
they were.
literally-
Hey, Collins, don't get your ass kicked this time.
Yeah, I was going to say, please don't take 14 hours to get up there. But he's not in the same jovial, happy mood that he was before. A lot of shit has happened in that 1 year.
Merry
Oh,
Christmas.
never mind.
Welcome back.
I think he was just upset by the whole like, don't get your ass kicked this time.
You finished the movie.
I did.
I want to see it.
Okay.
Same drink, too. Yeah.
Must be the tradition.
Tutoring again?
Nope.
What, you back at NYU?
Negative.
Then how'd you get all this?
I rewired the ATM at the Food Emporium. Now all you need is a code.
Oh my God.
ANGEL.
Oh.
Merry Christmas.
What?
Huh?
That Django shot?
The stairs.
Oh,
no.
She's been living on the street. She wanted to come here.
Never disbanded. Why isn't Benny taking care of you?
We need some heat. Okay, I'll buy some wood and some food.
It's too late for that, man. I'm calling 911.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
It's a very different Christmas.
I should tell you.
Oh, the song that brought them together.
I should tell you.
I love the way they deal in parallels in this film.
I should tell you why I left.
I know.
They know so much.
I
Oh my God. What? Oh shit. I thought she just died right now.
Who do you think you are?
All these songs are coming back with different renditions.
As we said our goodbyes.
I'm kind of worried they're playing this at her funeral right now.
Now I die for one more day.
Oh, we're slowly pushing it.
Should've told you.
Yeah, that's what they did when they kissed the first time. Slowly pushing in.
Why does distance make us wise? You were the song all along.
No.
I should tell you.
Love you.
I have always loved you.
Always?
You can see it in my eyes.
That sounds like his guitar. Oh, what? On Christmas Eve, too. That sucks. What? What? She doesn't remember anything.
I was heading towards this warm white light, and I swear, Angel was there.
Oh.
She said, "Turn around, girlfriend, and listen to that boy's song."
That sounds like something Angel would say.
You're drenched.
Her fever's breaking.
That's good.
There is no future. There is no past.
There's only now.
Oh.
Forget,
Regret
all life
is yours to miss.
Yeah, really good quality on that film.
I know. Looks like a series of clips.
Life in New York. The life we build around with friends.
Oh, are they back together now?
Hey, your favorite character.
Benny got to be part of the documentary.
Whoa, cool. Aww.
And on Angel.
Now we're going to show you the deleted scenes.
Yeah.
Now we're going to show you the
And on Angel. Wow. 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 We did it.
We did it.
We did it, Andrew. We did it. Listen, I'm going to stand for a second, Andrew, because I need to back some pain a little bit. You know how it goes. It all stays in the video. No time to cut. I want to thank Prepper for editing down these highlights because, you know, any musicals and getting invisible, not exactly the easiest task in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, it made a lot. They leave a like on this video. Ain't that right, Andrew Gordon?
It would mean a lot. We
also
would appreciate it.
You know, make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell, too. It's okay to stretch a little bit, you know. Mobility, people take it for granted. If you're going to be in a musical, you got to be able to... Hey, let's read some questions from our patrons.
Hey.
We got some questions here. We'd like to let our royal rejects submit some cues that we can answer. Kick off our review here. The first question we have today from a fellow royal reject. Thanks for supporting us. Valerie Fisher, who says, what was your favorite song? It's really hard to top. 500. I don't even know what the song's called.
I knew you were going to go with that.
I don't even know what song it is.
It's
I don't even know what it's called. Is it called 525,000?
Yeah,
That's
a good one.
It's really hard to top that one. I know that song. And it's kind of cool to watch a movie and watch the experience. I'd actually say my favorite one, weirdly, was the restaurant one. The one where I was like, I don't exactly know what's going on in this scene, but I like this song. That was probably my favorite one.
Yeah, that's a good one. I would say my favorite is the one with Mimi and Roger when they're trying to let it out.
Mimi Rogers?
Yeah, Mimi Rogers, Tom Cruise's ex-wife. No, with Mimi and Roger, where they are, trying to get it out and say, what they have. And I think that one was a good bonding song. And what was the other? Oh, the one with
Angel. Yeah, that was the one. Yeah.
Angel. And then the way they bring it back, the way they're able, I love that you pointed out that they're able to give different renditions on the songs, and it holds different weight and meaning and gives you a different feel on the songs as well. But it still has that parallel feel to it as well. But that song as well really hit me in the feels. big time in two different ways.
Yeah,
because
I
it brought
take
them
it back.
together, and also too, you felt that sadness as well. So
I take that back. Yeah, I would agree with you. That's the one. Slipped my mind for a second, but I thought that was a great duo.
to be fair to you, there's a lot of songs in this film. Great songs, by the way, but I can understand why you could forget a song in this.
Thank you, Valerie.
Thank you, Valerie. Appreciate it. I will read the next one.
From Lee Marks.
Lee Marks, thank you for the question. Thank you for being a Patreon. We appreciate it.
Being a Patreon.
A Royal
Reject.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so Lee asks, the person that created this musical, Jonathan Larson, actually died the day before it opened?
Whoa!
No.
What?
So he never got to see what it became and how it changed what was expected from a Broadway show.
Oh my God, that's so
Damn,
horrible.
yeah. The same thing happened again with Hamilton.
What?
What so you think it is about these musicals that allows them to transcend into pop culture?
Oh wow, I didn't see that question coming at all.
Yeah. I think for me is I just think how grounded they are and how we're able to resonate. I mean, there's just so many different situations in there that I can personally relate to. I mean, when it comes to love and trust and just how the characters are feeling, and they're able to express that in the musicals. And there was just so many times where I was like, again, feeling that the resonation, and it was just hitting me. And I was just so emotionally pulled by it. So that's how I feel. What about you?
I think music in particular says a lot more than the lyrics. There's so much emotion, and there's like an unspoken dialogue happening from what is coming out through the tunes itself. And I think that's what people can latch onto, that even if it's not so much the narrative, but the narrative can also be kind of niche, where you can see a cult following happening, and then it evolves into something more. Like, to my understanding, this movie was not well received when it came out. That's my. I bet if we went on Rotten Tomatoes, it'd be a pretty poor rating.
I already have it up on my phone. I didn't look it up though. I just added it as an extra tab.
I remember it not being particularly liked, but then you go on Prime Video, and out of 14,000 ratings, it's 5-star. And this movie has been requested for us, so I obviously it has transcended. Another part, it dawned on me when watching this, is that, and it had kind of happened when we watched Chicago, is there's like a song I might know. Like, I might actually know the song. And that opening song I've known for years, and I didn't notice like what it really meant or what it pertained to.
Yeah.
And so I already have an emotional connection to it, and then I'm watching the film, which then elaborates and provides more understanding. And sometimes people will also, get the soundtracks and hear the soundtracks before knowing what the overall narrative actually is. And like, there's so many different ways it can actually translate. But particularly when it comes to like Broadway, have you ever seen a Broadway show?
I have not.
There's one thing I love about the theater. There's so much. I love this so much about the theater that no film can ever capture. Is it's an event every showing. Like, they do multiple showings several times a week, and it's an event every single time, versus a movie theater experience is not really an event every time. A lot of times it's just a screening is happening, right? It's nothing. But a theater, it's live. So even if it's not a fully packed audience, it's freaking live. Like, they're going to do something a little different every time. They might sing this note a little different. They'll do this delivery, or a mistake might happen that you catch, and you have to watch them improvise. And so there's always an exciting part of like, this maybe might not go according to plan, or they might do something spontaneous, and there's room for mistakes. So you got to watch them be on. So there's a connection there with watching it live, and so there's a multitude of reasons, and I could totally see how this one in particular, like, there's so many stories about the AIDS epidemic, and to do actually, I think this, have you seen Team America?
I've never seen it.
There's this song at the beginning of Team America. I'm wondering if it's about making fun of this movie now.
That did come out in 2003, I believe, so 2 years before this film, if I'm not mistaken.
I know, but the play's probably been around a lot longer. The Broadway show, right?
That I have no idea.
I'd imagine, but yeah, I think there's a lot of ways. I mean, I'm trying to sound like I'm smart and I know the answer, but really that is just a guess.
I think you really quickly, and we'll get to the next question. I like the point you make though about that first song, because I didn't have, obviously I just had the words, and I thought it was an interesting point because I didn't even think about how many minutes there are in a year. But then as the story goes along through the film, and then you understand and you're getting to know these characters and what the substance is, it's like it actually hits you a lot harder.
What do you do with those minutes?
Yeah.
Like when you break it down, it's like, oh, that's not really, that sounds so much smaller. We have so much less time, you know, when you realize you can break it down into minutes.
Yeah. And what would you do if you only had a year left too? It makes you question yourself as an audience.
Drugs. A lot of hookers.
Go to the what was it called? The Cat Scratch Club a lot.
I would go to the Cat Scratch Club a lot, and I'd convince IMAX to re-release all the Mission Impossible movies so I can watch just in IMAX.
No, I would see the Dark Knight,
and then maybe
IMAX
the Dark Knight trilogy while I'm at it too. I just convince IMAX. Let me can I just watch a bunch of IMAX exclusives? Stephanie Horton, thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie.
All right, here we go. Did either of you see this as a live theater? Yes, I did several times. And if so, how do you think it translated for you? It was perfect. Well, we can use this opportunity. We'll use your questions to break down the review a little bit. Would you think of it as a musical film?
I mean, as a musical film, again, I think the whole point as a musical is you need to be able to register what the character's thinking and express that out through the songs. And I think, other than that one song where I was a little bit lost, where they were at the bar, I thought the film did a great job of doing that. And again, emotionally just throwing me in and making me feel what these characters are feeling and what they're going through. And I really thought there was a lot of depth when it came to that. So from a musical perspective, I really liked it. I'm curious how you said that you felt there was a lot of deleted scenes. How did you feel about, what do you mean by that?
I think in the last half hour, some stuff really started feeling like it was being rushed over. You know, like fucking Benny shows up, and then Benny's now dating, and then Benny's not with her, and then you have Roger, who it literally starts like, okay, he's left New York, and then 2 minutes later, all right, he's back in New York, and they're like, you don't get time to feel this time of them being apart. I think in the last half hour, that's when like film scenes start to show where shit's getting cut or trimmed down, and shit like that translates also very different in a Broadway show, in a live theater where you don't cut around to as many sets because you just don't. You usually have like very few sets. On a crazy theater, you can switch it up and shit, but even then, you're so much more limited on what you can show and do because you're on a theater that a lot of these things, when they wouldn't probably feel glossed over in the medium of theater, but in film it feels like there's stuff that's been truncated or trimmed down or stuff like that. So that's like some examples, but I do feel like shit was cut out.
Yeah, I feel you on the Benny stuff. It definitely feel like,
while you're talking, on a look of how long the Rent Broadway musical is.
Yeah, I can totally feel you on the Benny thing, because it definitely felt like the thing with Mimi. And I mean, I know they said like he's the landlord, so I could totally see that. And I definitely would have liked to see just a little bit of the dynamic with his relationship with his wife.
Sure.
Because I don't know if like the interpretation is like he just married her so that he could just live a nice life in terms of wealth. But yeah,
okay. So the film. I'm sorry.
No,
I will tell you after.
Sorry. No, you're good. Go ahead.
We were renting Rent. We were renting Rent. They had the option to rent the other, the live Broadway musical.
Mm-hmm.
That comes in at 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Oh shit.
So yeah, they definitely cut some shit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna say that it definitely kind of came a little bit out of left field in terms of the whole Benny thing, and then, you know, understanding where Roger and with Mimi, sorry, I can't remember all these names, with Roger and Mimi, seeing that, you know, where the relationship kind of dissipated a little bit is obviously, you know, he felt that she wasn't disclosing all the information, but I understand what you're saying in regards to Benny, and then I don't know, I don't know if I felt the exact same way in regards to him going back and forth between
then leave. We do not have differing opinions here at Real Rejects.
Yes, yes. Yes.
Sorry, no, please continue. I'm sorry, Andrew. I'm so sorry. I keep interrupting you, man.
No, you're good.
I know that when I interrupt you, it messes with your flow. I'm so sorry.
He's had talks with me about interrupting. No,
and I have had talks about that.
I'm just kidding. You're good. No, I was just saying. I personally did not feel that way in regards to the New Mexico. It did happen abruptly. I will give you that. You have an argument there to be made, but it didn't bother me. But I see where you're coming from.
Wow. So you just want to be the more liked one in this video. And
Yes.
Stephanie elaborates more.
Yes.
Additionally, as a born and raised New Yorker,
You're a New
hell
Yorker.
yeah. I can tell you that this accurately depicts a certain corner of the city.
That's what I was saying while we were watching.
It feels that way. I think I've been to most parts of New York.
What's your favorite part of New York?
Oh boy.
If you had to pick one section that you can only visit.
Dude, man, it's like probably the most unpopular answer.
Chelsea.
It's uptown New York, man. It's just so much cleaner and nicer.
All right.
It's
Comment down below,
I went
uptown New Yorkers.
My last day there, I took a train and a subway, and I went running in Central Park, and I got lost in the park, and that was nice. But Central Park apparently is extremely dangerous at night. It's like Venice Beach, beautiful in the day, scary at night. Same could be said of In the Heights by Lin-Manuel Miranda. I haven't seen that one. Greg, based on your recent trip to New York City, how does New York City then compare to now in your limited experience? And what corners of the city, experiences of the people of the city would be interesting to you as an observer to view captured in a musical movie from today?
That's a
interesting
good question. I like that.
Oh, well, honestly, weirdly, because this wasn't filmed in the 80s, and it didn't really seem like it was going out of its way to really look like the 80s. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't really feel, when you watch certain things, they're like, look, we're the fucking 80s.
Technology-wise, hair-wise, aesthetic-wise, all that.
It's like you have that, but in terms of the city itself, it still looks. They shot this only like 20 years ago,
It
and
still looked modern.
And so to me, and I don't know New York well enough to be like, yeah, I could see how this is totally different or what it was like then. And to me, it still looks like the same thing. And what corners of the city experience of the people of the city would be interesting to view captured in musical music? Oh, wow. Well, Central Park's an easy one.
Uptown?
Uptown, man. I would say.
But this is the 80s, right? So, I mean, I don't know if like other parts of the town were cleaner back then.
I don't know. New York's pretty dirty now, but I love it. And it's like dirty, but still appealing. And I think Harlem kind of gets a bad rep. And I think like to kind of explore Harlem. Is that where the Heights explores? I think to do Harlem musical would be pretty cool. So thank you guys for those questions,
Thank
man.
you.
But yeah, as we're going to go into talking a little bit more about it, Andrew, please, who was your favorite character?
That's a great
Who did you
question.
connect with the most? Let me ask you that. Who do you think you connected with the most?
Who did I connect with?
If
I would
any.
say Mark. I think I connected with
Really,
the most.
Mark?
Yeah,
Huh?
I think so because just he has a hard time dealing with confrontation. Gets a little bit emotionally manipulated by. Well, I feel like Maureen emotionally manipulates both him and Joanne. But just being in that position where you vent, like I was saying during the reaction, where you vent to your friends, and then when you get in the position to confront that person, you back off.
Yeah.
So like from that point of view, like and he's Jewish.
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely resonate with that big time. And yeah, I would say that's where I definitely resonated with him. But also too, keeping a clear head even through all that exhaustion and all that stress. And I like how he did have he still kept that at bay. He didn't like, even though when he vented at his friends, he would do it in a calm demeanor.
Yeah.
So I would say he's the one I connected with, but still, I love the way the film really takes its time and just builds that whole dynamic with the group, that by the point that they all break apart at the cemetery, it's really heartbreaking. But I would say
you felt really like connected to the characters throughout the whole journey, you would say?
Absolutely.
That's
yeah,
amazing.
and I wanted him to, like, I actually felt for him too, even though he was getting the money, and like obviously we have to pay our bills and we have to survive, right?
Yeah.
So I did feel bad for him because he said it himself during the film, like I just sold my soul, like at what cost, right? But it's to pay bills, and now he's not going to be able to be, because what is it he hopes to achieve and do? He loves doing things when it comes to the sound department stuff, when it comes to filming people, documentary stuff. So, at what cost is the cost of rent for him? So before I was able to start doing this with you and baseball, like I was miserable, but I was able to afford rent. So from that perspective as well, I resonated with him, like, okay, but at least I can pay my rent.
Yeah.
So, but the stress of that, like selling my soul because I felt like I was doing something I didn't want to do to just pay the rent.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
what
man,
about
I relate with that. There have been so many times in my life where I've been terrified I'm not going to make rent. So many different apartments I lived in on my own.
It's not a fun feeling.
No, it's a scary ass feeling. It's a
Yep.
good one. Got to beg your boss for an advance. It's a good feeling.
Greg, what about you? Is there a favorite character or character you resonated most with?
I would. It's weird. Like the ones that I would relate to the most aren't my favorite characters. I wish I could be here and be like, yeah, I'm more like the Roger. I'm more like the Angel. I would love to be that way. Or, oh my God, what's Jesse's? I don't remember his fucking character name. Yeah, what the hell?
He's Jesse Martin.
Yeah. Or like him, people who are like a little bit more loose and go with the flow.
Yeah.
And reality is like that's just not really me in real life. I'm
lying. It is.
If anything, I'm more like Idina Menzel's girlfriend. If
Joanne.
anything, I'm more of a more morally understanding, not morally righteous, but like a more empathetic version of Betty. I am more than those guys. I am more of a Joanne in that regard, who strives to be looser in life. So yeah, I would guess in terms of the relatability side, I'm somewhere in a blend of them, but it's really cool that you're able to find the connection and relatability to them. I think that there were times where I found myself craving a little bit. It's like you do know the characters, of course, but there were times where I felt like I still need to get to know them a little bit more or something on like a bit of a deeper level beyond their musical numbers.
Right.
There were times where I felt that I was craving it a tad more, even though all the actors were good. And yeah, like the part that was throwing me the most for the loop in the experience is the choice of Chris Columbus doing this musical, which it feels like a gritty film. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And not in the way of like we watch Chicago here, and Chicago is a pretty mature movie. Like the stuff they do is very sexual, and it's about criminals, and there's a lot of like
homicide.
Yeah, homicide. Yeah, it's a very mature film, but it feels very vibrant. It still feels like a Broadway thing. It still feels like a big musical. Where here, this movie is mainly musical numbers, but they were going for this like realistic aesthetic, which at times where I felt I wasn't sure how that was really jiving for me personally, because it seems like it was incredibly working for you, and I would never want to say so many things to try to rob you of that experience. For me, I found myself having to really adjust to it because I wasn't used to it, and it like you would hear these like songs that were so like exciting, and the guitar and even like there were sometimes, especially with Roger, he would be hitting these notes, but his mouth didn't look like he was singing it to that level. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when he was talking, he'd be like, but his mouth wasn't there. And he was kind of like performing like he was just speaking, of which, of course, in a Broadway show, you're not going to feel that because you will see them letting that emotion out. And so I think that sometimes the attempt to make it more grounded was sometimes working against it for me to connect with, even though I was consistently appreciative of the choice to do that. Like the parts where I found myself like when they do the tango number, that feels very much like we're watching a musical. And then they go into the fantasy of the tango number. Like that was
incredible.
Stuff like that, which is so limited in this movie, and so I appreciate the intent because They utilize a shit ton of locations. They utilize a bunch of sets, more than you could use in a Broadway show, and they really utilize their environments. You don't feel like you're just watching actors. You don't feel like it's just the opening of this movie, basically, where you're just watching a point and shoot. Sometimes when people adapt plays, I often find myself going, I should just be watching the play, because all you're doing is just shooting this up close, and it doesn't really feel like you're making this a cinematic language. And I really, really still appreciate the choice to make it a big cinematic language, even though at times I was unsure when it was really working for me and when it wasn't. But I'm obviously not of the popular opinion on that, and I can fully live with myself on that. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But I felt the emotions, man. I still did. Like especially when Rosario Dawson comes out of it, and when she says she sees angels, that did bring a tear to my eye. Like, I thought that was a beautiful moment, and the embrace of Angel, and with characters like this in the 80s, where fucking homosexuality is still a struggle in many parts of the world, but back then, more of a struggle. Like, definitely legality struggles, your rights. You have to say, like, commit to me, and then of course the AIDS epidemic. It's such a harsh thing, and so the other part of me that appreciated of going for the film grittiness is that. The contrast of it is people who live in the muck, people who live in the darkness. You can see it in the way the streets are, who are able to have like finding. So part of the thing I think of the choice of the contrast was to be like finding the love and the joy, which is such a big part of the theme of the movie. Is we have these struggles. Yeah, we have these hardships. We often get caught up in the minutia of the day to day and the financial limitations that we have, but when it comes down to it, when it's life or death, it's about the people we choose to. It's about the people. That's what humanity is about. It's about the connection. So the messaging surrounding it and the lessons for these characters to learn. But yeah, I still did feel like we weirdly felt like it was a kind of a long movie. It's a big cast, and I did still feel like with some of the characters, I wish I got to know them a tad bit more.
Yeah,
at a deeper level.
It was definitely an ensemble, and it was interesting how you pointed out like Roger might have been the main character, and then I also noted as well and observed when you said once we got to the engagement part, you're like, we haven't had a musical number in quite a while here,
and I think it could have breathed a little bit better if they keep the same amount of musical numbers, but maybe for film have a little bit more dialogue in between to have those moments to really get to know characters, because sometimes sometimes I had to read into it a little bit more. Like when they were doing the subway scene, I was like, what's the point of this song? I was like, oh, but they're fantasizing about the life they could have. Okay, I get it.
And they said that was in Santa Fe.
The Santa Fe
right?
one,
and that's where he ended up going, right?
Getting lost in the imagination.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's where, it didn't bother me, but that's where the power of editing is really important to give you that breathing room but I think it was a very ambitious choice, because it's been even though I said Chicago was a top 10 favorite film of mine now, I don't remember how many breaks we get in between songs and dialogue, but
not much.
No,
not much. I don't. At least I recall.
Yeah. It's because it's been a while since we reacted to it, but yeah, that's a good point. But I also too want to point out, I mentioned it during the reaction, I really love how Chris Columbus, whoever the director of photography, I think they did a great job of capturing the essence of the city and making it feel like a breathable character as well.
1,000%.
Every shot, you just really feel the vibrancy of New York and just the energy of New York. Like, there's just not a shot that does not count when you are seeing the scope of New York as well.
Excellent point, because they do a Broadway show that's based in New York, and to make the choice like, hey, well, let's really shoot this on location and use restaurants and different parts of the city to really capture New York, I thought was that's pretty unique to do for a musical.
Yeah. And I'm so curious if they actually got like certain sections they were able to rent it out, because I'm sure that would have pissed off New Yorkers in real life.
Yeah.
Or were you able to actually like rent out a lot and really turn it into making it look like New York? Either way, incredible stuff, because I was convinced either way.
And also,
fantastic.
Even for another thing I'm realizing too is like in 2005 to do a very like queer heavy film on this scale with this budget with Chris Columbus directing, you got a transgender character as one of your main characters. That is that's a swing.
She.
What did I say?
He.
I did?
You did.
Sometimes Jesse said he.
I know you did, actually. Right.
So I blame Jesse for the confusion in my mind.
Jesse Martin, by the way.
Yeah.
You gotta look at that damn
I paid attention. Sometimes Jesse called Angel a he, and it got, and then other times they called
I guess
Angel
I
she.
can't really talk because I accidentally said Lev. I
Dumbass.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
said
no,
she.
there's a big swing back then, so I could see
Yeah,
how especially for the audience that this appeals to, for fans and people who love musicals, the queer community, people who love the show Rent. I could totally see how this is a banger of an experience, and I'd rather just be like celebratory and happy for them, and also like sex positive too. This thing. There's a lot of great things in this movie that I feel they took a big gamble here to make an adaptation.
Jesse's name is Tom, by the way.
All right,
I
literally don't recall a single moment someone calls him Tom.
Me either. I really must have missed it too. It takes both of us, and also all the actors, such commanding presences when it comes to singing these songs. Like phenomenal job. And
Idina Menzel.
Oh my God!
Like you can see how she's the seductive.
Yeah.
Like she fucking owns that role. She's so good.
Yeah, for sure. They're awesome.
Rosario Dawson. Oh
I
my
did not
God.
know she could sing like that.
Neither did I. She's most captivating. I thought she had the best arc too.
Yeah, that free spirit, like you mentioned too.
Free spirit with the pain underneath.
Yeah, hiding it at bay.
There was something about Roger. I was like, why am I not connecting with this guy as much as I want? I didn't know what it was. Group's a bit narcissistic. That's my favorite kind of group.
Yes.
Friends,
This is the kind of
Seinfeld.
group we all have.
If you're doing a New York ensemble, you're going to have to be underneath when you break it down. They're a bit narcissistic.
It's your kind of group. All right, really quick. Friends. Rent. What do you think it got on Rotten Tomatoes with the critics? Just do the critics only right now. Out of 100.
I'm going to go 35.
Ooh.
I'm going to go low.
47%.
It's better than I guessed.
That was a pretty good guess.
But that's not good. Yeah, 47 is not good.
Yeah, it's not, obviously. Audience. What do you think, audience?
Must have grown over it because sometimes Rotten Tomatoes, that shit doesn't update with the times. I guess like 80? 83.
Close.
83.
So close.
Yeah. Out of 250,000. It's pretty good.
Yeah. All right. What do you think the budget was for this film? This is back in 2005.
Oh, my God. I'm going to say like just kind of light. I'm going to say like 20, 30 million.
$40 million with a marketing budget of, or $50 million, excuse me, with a marketing budget of 25.
That's a swing. See, that's what I mean. That's a swing. That's a big gamble to do on a movie like this back then.
What do you think the worldwide box office was?
Oh, I feel like this flopped. I imagine this was a flop and then became a cult hit. Was it like
so $50 million budget?
I would say it probably made like $60 million. Not even that.
31 million.
That's a flop right there. You can't put this in China.
So domestically, domestically, it made 29 million. International made 2.5 million.
Yeah, it's a horror film to market. This is a very niche film, so they took a big risk on this.
Yeah.
But it's definitely grown in popularity over time.
Yeah, and we saw the ratings at the beginning. It was all positive.
Yeah, so I wouldn't put it as one of my favorite musicals I've ever seen. There was still a bit of a disconnect, even though I was jiving and having a good time and still really enjoyed watching the performances and the singing. All the technical stuff is just like so good. And I didn't know Taye Diggs could sing. I didn't know Rosario Dawson could sing. It was really, I had a really fun time being here. And more than that, I'm really happy to be here to witness your connection to it, man.
Yeah.
I love feeling that. I love seeing that. It makes me happy.
I appreciate that. And yeah, I was definitely captivated by the songs. And was it Chicago? I wouldn't go that far, but I still really enjoyed the film. I enjoyed the performances, the singing, and I liked the narrative, and I liked what it kind of just made me question in my own head, like, what would you do with a year left, or and what do we do with a year in general? So I thought that was an interesting thing to ask the audience. And then as we were going through the film, just what the narrative told us, why we were asking that question.
Yeah.
So I really dug this film a lot.
Absolutely, man. Abso-freaking-lutely. But what did you guys think of Rent? Leave your gay thoughts down below. Subscribe. Leave a like. Hey, man, the gay community, finds me way more attractive than the hetero community. So that's all it takes, you know. Before, wanted nothing to do with the gay community. And once they found me, once I started realizing, like, oh, more men like me than women, I was like, oh, I'm all about the gay community. Hey. That's why I like my narcissistic groups.
Yes.
Because they're looking at one. I'm a little slap happy right now, guys. I think the representation's great and all, and we'll catch you on the flippity flip, guys. We had a fun time with this one, and thanks, seriously, Pride Month, woo! Mikhail, if I were to guess how many minutes you have been pledged here, I would guess 525,600 minutes. Yes. 525,600 minutes. And
how many?
I would also guess that you have HIV.
Oh, sure. It's the next logical conclusion, yeah. Which, I mean,
kind of lines up with Mikhail's personality.
Yeah. And you've taken your hormonal therapy experimental treatment money and you have paid it forward by giving it to us instead.
Oh, thanks.
So that you can pay the rent not on your own mortality but on your enjoyment of this classic content that you get every single month.
1,000%.
And hey, I appreciate it. We are your well-being, and if you weren't here to support us, well, then what is your life even about?
For sure.
Why would you even need to stick around? So I appreciate you putting your priorities in the right place. And I can't wait to see, if you were to write a musical, I would be there to check it out. I feel like you could write a pretty interesting Swedish musical.
Mikhail.
About Swedish things.
Thanks for being a royal reject for all this time, my friend.
And they've cured HIV, so you'll be good now.
Not in your timeline.